What is goody? A big what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, sir, and or madam. As you can see, we are back with another banger. Your boy got a new camera set up after months actually of trying to get new equipment, and that's why I have not been as consistent with the content the last few months. But thank you everybody who has stuck with your boy and stuck to the channel. I'm going to pay you guys back with a lot of content the next few weeks. You have my word, especially since I got a whole new camera setup. We is so very lit. I'm gonna start doing more interviews and actually even doing more on-screen content, because it's definitely that time that I start to actually branch out the way I make videos. It's been such a great year, man. Like such a whole transformative year, especially for like me. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah to all of you guys celebrating it out there, or even any atheists. Happy holiday season to everyone. So you already know what we are going to talk about, and that is the Philadelphia 76ers, our boys, your boys, the squad. We are currently 20-8 at third in the East, and I think we're like about 1.5 games back from first place. Not too shabby if I do say so myself, and I do. Now, we already know how this goes. Every single season, every single year, the Sixers always stay on par, being one of the best three teams in the East, and it always derails come playoff time. I'm not going to say yet if this is a different team or not, but honestly, I've been enjoying watching Sixers basketball the last few months and like years. Like, this is honestly my favorite Sixers team of the Joel Embiid era since Ben's rookie year back in 2018. Hopefully we can keep the actual ball rolling going into 2024. So with this video, we are going to talk about, there was a podcast released by one Tyrese Maxey, our boy, the franchise, and he interviewed Joel Embiid. That whole podcast dealt with a variety of topics: iso ball, the whole James Harden thing, Ben Simmons, and also Joel Embiid went in on the organization, honestly, more than I thought than he ever would. So I was like, yo, why not break this joint down for the viewing audience to see, and do it with my new camera? I'm so hyped. We are going to be listening along to the best parts of said podcast and talk about it, because why not? Now, I do apologize in advance. This video is probably going to be a little bit long, but hey, let's see what we have here.
I want it all. I want to win a championship. We can talk about individual awards and team awards. I want to win a championship. I want to win a lot of MVPs. I want to win a lot of Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah. I want everything. I can't control that. I can't control if I'm going to win that. But guess what? I'm going to do whatever is necessary.
Everything in your power
that helps us win. I think what people always forget is that I'm not focused on the stats or the awards. I'm focused on whatever, what do I got to do to help the team win?
Right.
That means I got to score a lot.
Yep.
I got to pass a lot. I got to rebound. I got to freaking be a monster on defense. Yeah. So I got to do it all. I think that's what a lot of people forget. If your stats are good enough and your team is winning, so you don't even have to care about, wanting to win the award, because you're going to be in the conversation.
First off, that is some BS. For a fact, Joel Embiid cares about his stats, cares about winning the MVP, which is why, he really campaigned for it the last few years. Now, I'm not saying that he was wrong, because you and I both know he has been robbed of that joint since 2020. Joel Embiid does do it all on the squad. It's very interesting how he has not been in consideration for a DOPY, Defensive Player of the Year, in none of his 7 or 8 years in the league. A lot of folks have been, upset because they are still confused on why Joel Embiid is even a part of the MVP conversation. Look, they have been trying to give this award to either Jason Tatum or Luka Doncic for the last 10 years. They are not getting them no time soon. The big man has re-emerged, and Joel Embiid is one of them ones. Some folks may say, oh, the only reason he can score all these points is because he is a free throw merchant. And hey, maybe that might be true. But what I would say to you, good madam and sir, stop the ball. Tell your best player, email your best player, DM your favorite NBA player and say, stop fouling Joel Embiid. Because there is an art to the foul. Now, yes, he does flop. I'm not going to act like mans don't flop. But hey, the whole next clip, I think he starts to talk about James Harden.
I just want ball movement. I'm tired of ISO basketball. ISO basketball doesn't work. We can't win that way. We need to have movement. We need to figure it out. Basketball is a lot more fun when everybody's touching the ball. The ball is moving. Everybody's happy. Man, you could see it with our team this year. Energy, the energy, the vibe is just different. Right. Everybody's touching it. The ball is not sticking. We playing so fast, up and down basketball, it's fun.
That's a little quick bite. He essentially said that his time with James Harden wasn't fun because the ball was just being stuck in one place. You already know Doc Rivers, or Glenn, we are still not going to call him Doc because he has not earned that nickname, loves to, give his best players the ball and let them do magic works. Not going to say that that's not a good joint, but at the end of the day in playoff basketball, ISO joint isn't going to work. I don't really think Embiid really was coming at Harden per se, especially since Harden was one of the reasons why he did win MVP last year. Not saying that it was the actual major reason. I would be disingenuous if I was saying that Bull was really going at the beard right there. Joel Embiid has honestly always played ISO basketball, even with Brett Brown. Everyone gave Embiid the ball on the block, and they all went to the left side or whatever, right side, whichever side of the court, and let the man ISO his defender 1-on-1. And it's very true. It was not a fun brand of basketball. If you really look around the actual whole league, no team really plays like that. And maybe some old heads might say, hey, well, that's actually going to work. But apparently not if Joel Embiid has not won or has not gotten out of the second round ever in his career. I think the time of ISO is done. It's so easy just to guard that come playoff time, unless you are a world beater. The Dubs, Denver, Cleveland to an extent, Giannis with the Bucks. Ball movements, energy around the court. And I'm loving seeing this with the Sixers. Shout out to the boy, Nick Nurse, Coach Nick Nurse, who has transformed this offense in a way that I did not see coming. And shout out to Daryl Morey for putting the pieces together to allow us to have a run and gun style offense. With Joel Embiid averaging the most amount of assists in his entire career. Amazing. Next clip.
The environment also matters. 2020, I want to quit basketball.
Is this in Toronto where you had 0 points? Okay.
Toronto year when I had 0 points. Think about I had 0 points in an NBA game.
That's impossible.
And guess what? After the game, I didn't care because I don't know. I was just that year. I was not playing basketball. I was just there because
your job.
That was my job.
Yeah,
but the year before, you can talk about, Jimmy and, everybody that we brought in. But, as you know, it's hard to win when you don't have continuity. You can't just put guys together and be go win.
Right.
It takes, months, it takes years to, make it happen. So guys like Jimmy, just for half a year, they're gone. And, the JJ and, that team had a lot of potential if it would have been kept together.
This is honestly one of the first times that I've heard him talk candidly about ownership and management, specifically in the front office. This joint really gives me PST flashbacks. I did not want Jimmy. I was not a proponent of the Jimmy Butler trade. Why? I did not understand why we did not let that young Sixers team grow. Like, we had Cove, Dario, Ben, Joel as a third seed in the East, if I was not mistaken. Ben's first year, bro. I knew we like had no plan, man. Once we traded for Tobias that same year, I knew it was done. I knew they were going to let Jimmy walk. And if that's the case, if that was going to be the case later in the year, why did you trade for him in the first place? You gave away chemistry, a young run and gun chemistry, for a person you wasn't even going to let stay on your squad. The fact that Jimmy did help you take this squad to like the farthest it has ever been, a game 7, round 2, final seconds, and you let him walk. Piss poor organizational ran management. Yo, what's the point? Change after change after change after change after change, bro. Continuity matters. Joel Embiid isn't wrong there. He's not wrong in the slightest there.
Like I'm saying, like the product of your environment. You know, after 2019, 18, we bring in Jimmy for half a year, Tobias for half a year, and they're gone. We decide to change everything. We bring Al and, you know, J. Rich. And then after that, we're like, you know, bubble year, COVID, like we haven't even seen anything. Yeah. We change it again. Yeah. And then 2021, we have, you know, obviously what happened, Atlanta. Yeah. And, you know, from there, you know, stuff changed again. Yeah. 2022, James comes in, and this summer, he's changing again. Yeah. So, like, it's impossible. You just can't win. It doesn't matter how many good players you have on a team. You need to have continuity. You need to play with guys and learn how to play with each other. The GM, Colangelo with the burner accounts and all that stuff. Like, that was like, you know, you got your GM just talking about you, you know, on social media, and you like, damn, like, this is crazy.
This is who I'm.
And then, like, this is what's going on in the organization. So when you think about it, there's never been any continuity. Every single year is like, we got to make changes. Denver just won a championship. Those guys have been together for like, what, 5-6 years?
At least.
Ew. And B was really coming at the organization, bro. He was saying, yo, like, I've been through mad-ish, even with Brian Big Collars Colangelo talking smack about me on Twitter under burner accounts, like a whole clown show, which like we like know as like fans. Maybe this is why Embiid has been so vocal about maybe winning a championship somewhere else, because he's like been through BS with this management for the last, 10 plus years. Now, at the same time, he does owe some loyalty to the whole clown show and us fans for, supporting him those 2 years when he first got into the league. But like, I can now see why people say they wouldn't be upset if Embiid eventually left. I don't even know. Like, the fact that, like, to begin that, like, whole segment, he was saying 2020, he really didn't even want to play basketball. I remember that Toronto game, bro. I was at Xfinity Live, and like, I think Now was, like, with me. This man dropped 0 points. And it's because he didn't give a damn. It's because, like, he was with a poverty franchise. I'm saying this now. I think Joel Embiid is going to stay a Sixer at least for the next 4 years. Well, depending on how well we do during the playoffs this year. Maxey saved the franchise, bro, because without him, Embiid was not staying in South Philly, bro. All right, the last clip is about our boy Benny 1 Point. Thank you for sticking this long.
Who do you think it was hard to play with, Ben or James?
I don't think it was hard to play with any of them. I think the only thing that I'll say about, probably each of them, I've always been one of, those people that didn't believe that he didn't actually need a jumper. He was so good, like, just freaking, he's just a monster, like, just physically. Like, someone is freaking 6'11", just running up and down the floor almost as fast as you. Almost. You're faster than him, but he was almost as fast. Think about it, 6'11", freaking
40 inch bird.
Freaking jumping high, just oh my
guarding everybody.
Guarded like 1 through 5, like freaking monster. So like I never believed that he actually needed the jumper.
Right.
I just believed that, you know, if he could find a way to get his free throws to, you know, 75, 80%, that would have changed everything. Because if you think about it, if he believed that he could make shots, what would he do? He would keep attacking, and never stopping.
I have been saying this for years, bro. And this is why I'm really like upset at that boy Ben, who threw out his whole career over free throws, bro. Free throws. Could have been a legend in his league, but he was too above free throws. Embiid said it himself. The boy didn't need a jumper, bro. He really did not. All he needed to do was up his free throw percentage. There is no way that Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons should not be on the same team right now, bro. He was already averaging 16, 8, and 8 as a rookie. And that was without free throws, without a jumper. If he hits 80% of his shots, his actual free throws, he could up his points to about 20. But he said, nah.
Why did you feel like you couldn't get through to him?
I just hate the fact that, you know, the way things happen.
Right.
And I know, you know, business is business. People had to do what they had to do.
Right.
You know, stuff had to be leaked to the media the way they had to. And, you know, that pissed, you know, me off and that pissed some people off. And sometimes I felt the need to retaliate because I just felt like, you know, if you got an issue with someone, like, what do I have to do with it? Just keep it over there. And my thing is, like, you know, if I was in that situation, like you my guy, like, I'm not going at you. I'm going to let you know, Tyrese, I'm going to make this uncomfortable. Like, it's nothing personal. I'm going to have that conversation with you and being like, it's not about you. It's nothing personal. Like, if I'm trying to get out of here, I got to make it, you know, uncomfortable. It's not about you. It's just about my mental, you know, space where I just don't feel comfortable being around it. But I do believe, like, you know, like you said, like, you know, that's the team.
Bruh, look at this face. Bruh, I think it's clear that, like, Ben didn't like Joel. Ben didn't like sharing the spotlight to Joel. Ben wanted the squad to be his squad, man. Because from what Joel is saying, he felt betrayed. He didn't like how Ben went to the media and was talking so much smack, specifically about their duo. Because if you think back, he was crying, saying that he wasn't allowed to, like, grow. When like he, like, you know, first came into the league, he was placed on a team trying to win a championship. I can't play with Joel Embiid because of the whole paint clog issues. And it's like, bro, I'm sorry. First off, the only reason why we were an actual championship contender at that point was because of you. You elevated that squad, because if you peep, a year before you were drafted to the Sixers, we didn't win that much. But you took that squad to another level. And it's evident by what Joel Embiid is saying. You ain't give a damn about no one but yourself, bro. And it's so sad because you can look at your whole career right now as, like, one of you're like, you know, biggest past fans, bro. You drawed, man. Embiid definitely felt betrayed by him.
Defensively, me and them, we were always freaking top 5 every single year. It didn't matter who else was on the floor. Top 5 every single year. So, like, that's the one that got away.
Like, duh, of course. Like, if Ben plays the way he played and you have Maxey scoring the way he scores, the Sixers are going to be on some ish. Duh, because that was Fultz's role. Markelle Fultz was supposed to be the guy. Maybe you can get upset at the org for trading Ben before they were supposed to, but nah, Ben was clearly a nut. But yeah, that is about it for the video. It is definitely a long one. So for those who have stayed with me, stayed till the end, thank you so much. Let me know what you think about this scathing interview. Shout out to the boy Maxey for giving us this content. So what was your favorite part of the interview? Let me know in the comment section. It definitely, gave me a like newfound, I'm not going to say respect, but a newfound understanding of Joel Embiid. I'm empathizing with him more. I need him to get back-to-back MVPs. I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace.